Hey, welcome back, guys. And I got an important episode today. The NFL just declared war on church. It's getting bad out there, especially in sports. And it's as such an avid sports fan, I'm pretty much done with sports. I can't watch it when with some of the stuff they're doing. They're really taking it to the next level. So this article is from the Federalist again. They've had a lot of great stuff lately by Ellie Reynolds, and it is titled "The NFL Just Declared War on Church." And before we get going, I'd like if you could please just smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, please hit the bell. That really helps the channel go, guys. And I just wanted to say thanks to everyone that has subscribed. We just passed 400 subscribers, so let's keep it going, and I'll keep bringing you good content. So thank you, guys. So a deal reached by the National Football League and the NFL Players Association bans players from attending any indoor church services that are above 25% capacity. Multiple sources told NBC Sports on Saturday. So I guess that's what matters, right? That you can't be in NFL players can't be in a church service with over 25% capacity, but they can go to these huge rallies for Black Lives Matter with thousands and thousands of people. There's no fine on that, or a ban on that, I should say. Alongside its restrictions on attending worship services, the collective bargaining agreement (CBA) also prohibits players from attending indoor nightclubs and bars, except for takeout, indoor concerts, professional sports games, and indoor parties that include 15 or more people. The deal has not been publicly released, but NBC Sports made no mention of any restrictions on attending protests. Meanwhile, the NFL's Twitter account has been sharing and celebrating pictures of players engaging in protests around the country. So if you go to the NFL's Twitter, the first example I'm going to show you is Jaguars running back Leonard Fournette organized a peaceful protest in Jacksonville yesterday, and it has 4 images of him. What looks like a peaceful protest, but remind you again, this is more than 15 people, and I imagine this is more than 25% of a church service. So it's just kind of hypocritical. I mean, everyone's really being a little hypocritical lately. So Jameis Winston, the second example, joined the BLM protest with his son. And this, where you can see in the background, it's 2 images. In the second image, you can see a huge crowd behind him. So, I mean, what's that about, NFL? And it's not like they're hiding this or just kind of ignoring it. They're posting this on their official Twitter page. So, I mean, it's there for everyone to see. And the third example is Redskins quarterback Dwayne Haskins pays a visit to Black Lives Matter Plaza in D.C. And in the background of the first image, the picture facing him, right behind him, there's thousands of people. The whole street's filled. So how does the NFL explain themselves on that one? Because they're openly showing this, but turn around and saying you can't go to a church with more than 25% of its capacity. Are you serious? Okay. June 5th tweet from the NFL also affirmed that we, the NFL, encourage all to speak out and peacefully protest. And this tweet from the NFL is a video of Roger Goodell. It says, "We, the NFL, condemn racism and the systematic oppression of black people." But no one has ever told me what that systematic oppression is. If you could just point to the law, the legislation, the policy, what is the systematic oppression? What is it? Someone please comment and tell me what it is, because no one has explained. It's so very vague. And then it goes on, we, the NFL, admit we were wrong for not listening to NFL players earlier and encourage all to speak out and peacefully protest. I mean, yeah, you were wrong not to listen to these millionaire crybabies who are not oppressed at all, go out and try and lecture us, the working class, the regular people, on how to live our life and how we should do things better. when these guys go out every weekend, and I'm not saying all of them, but I mean they go out every weekend and to different cities and potentially like cheat on their wife or girlfriend or whatever, and then they want to turn around and lecture us on this, and this. So, and it says hashtag inspire change. As with more typical CBAs, players can face fines if they don't comply with the restrictions on church and the other activities listed. The fines for each offense can vary, and while they haven't been revealed for this agreement, violating the CBA used to regulate conduct on the field can result in fines from $5,000 to over $70,000. NBC Sports also reported that players who test positive for COVID-19 after violating the CBA won't be paid for games they aren't able to attend. They would also forego any future guarantees made in their contracts. If players do violate the rules, NBC Sports speculates that teams may rely on contacts within the community to contact the team when violations are witnessed, or even use a tip line. In other words, members of the community would be encouraged to report players they see trying to attend church. Other ideas suggested by NBC, including tracking players or stationing officials as local establishments, potentially including players' houses of worship. Now, how does this make you feel? And I know this is just the NFL, but it's been a war on the church this whole pandemic that's been going on, and it's just they're coming. I mean, I know it sounds kind of out there, but they're coming for each of your rights. And first, it's the mask mandate, because I'm old enough to remember, because I'm older than 3 months, is when Dr. Fauci was saying, don't wear masks. The mask won't protect you. I mean, they might do a little bit, but it's not going to completely stop an infection from happening. And now it's you have to wear the mask. And he's at he throws the opening pitch at the Nationals-Yankees game, and then you see a picture of him in the stands. There's no one in the stands, but I guess his, two close friends. So he goes out on the mound with a mask on. There's no one in a 60, 70,000 capacity stadium. Basically, there's only a couple people. And then he goes back to sit down next to two people, and when you sit in those stadiums, they're right next to you, right? And he has his mask down. So I mean, they're just coming for all your rights. And then they get mad when these governors won't do a mask mandate, telling people that they have to wear masks or will fine you, or I don't know, maybe even potentially arrest you. It's just coming for everything, and it has been a war on the church with, like, say, Bill de Blasio. Like, you can go out and protest with thousands of people, but if you go try to attend church, that he will send police to come shut you down. He won't send police to stop murdering and looting and rioting, but he will send the police to come shut you down. And this is what's going on, man, and it has to bother you. They're just trying to. The left is just trying to expand that government and just listen to us, listen to the medical experts, listen to the science. It's just they're hypocrites. If you just do your own research, go back a couple months, I could talk to you about any single one of them that have said this, now they're saying this. They're just all hypocrites. So, I mean, the radical left is just out of control. And, in a couple months, we're going to see how this goes. And hopefully we all make the right decision on that, because they're just trying to keep us in fear. They're building a next generation that will live in fear. So, anyways, thanks for watching again, guys, and hope you enjoyed the episode. Please like and subscribe, comment, and get back to me. All right.